wherever you are in the world, I hope you are just elevated because it's such a great time to be alive. There's so many new beginnings happening, so much great is happening, and I hope you're a part of it. I hope you're feeling it as well. All right, so our target zone was over there. I promised you guys 60,000 over the weekend. That happened. Yay. Now let's turn that around and see what happens next. I try not to look at the charts or do anything on the charts until we sit together because I don't want to. I don't want to say short change, but I prefer for us to look at it together so that you can learn as I do it, if that makes sense. So if I need to restructure a few things, I apologize in advance. But again, it's because I want you to see the process. Now, what I'm observing is that's the first high of the cycle, followed by the following low. Now we got the first high rather early in. So you can tell over here that the consolidation was trying to counter or to make up for that, which means that we're going to have an interesting next low form. So let's get on to how that'll look. That's not too bad. I think that's a little conservative. I don't necessarily see from this initial placement the next low happening as soon as this. Let me investigate more. It might be best just to keep an exaggerated scaling or tool out until we see what the market wants to do on this time frame. Something to remember is that there are time frames below and time frames above this one. So what's happening on the dominant trend or the dominant time frame becomes a trend on this time frame, and so it goes downstream as such. So I suppose we can also have a look at the dominant time frame to see what is happening there to get a better understanding of what might happen here. But let's rather just focus on this before we get into that next time. I'm just qualifying where the highest probability of a turning point might be. So I suppose let's go. Let's have a look at, or let's do the MTOPS structure. Okay, so from market structure perspective, we have already discussed that this high is coming really early. The market's trying to compensate for that, and now it's moving on as it should. The time forecast is placing our options either there or there. So whether it happens there or there will depict whether or not we're in a downtrend, which is something I've been calling for a while. Perhaps this is a move along a resistance arc to the upside on a Gantt tool on a higher time frame and now regressing down, or alternatively, maybe we are in an uptrend, but I do want to get the confirmations of that before I get too carried away. What I've found, just by the way, is that normally you have a sequence of around about 4 turning points that will take us in trend. So over here, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. and that'll show us a bit of an uptrend, and then it kind of goes down for 4 and up for 4 depending on which market you're working with. As some markets are more ranging than the other markets. Gold in particular is very good at operating from a ranged element, and therefore does follow such a structure. Bitcoin is a bit more of a wild horse in comparison, but there's something to keep in note of if that helps you with your trading. So yeah, I think the watch zone's over here for now. The oscillator seems to agree it's still open and down. The price forecast, I think, won't exceed either one of these, and if it does, we'll have to scale the tool. Again, this could be a bit exaggerated in terms of its size, but I'd rather add more space than have it too crammed up and it break through the size of our tool instead, mostly because of the amount of distance it needs to travel at the second half of quadrant 2, and then support and resistance. It seems a bit messy. I'm not loving the way it looks right now, but that could be because of the consolidation. So we'll see what happens here, if it breaks down or if it does something else. Got to revisit that tomorrow, but for the time being, I'm trading the lower time frames, which means that I'm working on faster moves. So profit up, profit down, step out, profit down, step out, profit down, step out. And then over here, I'll build up to see whether or not it's worth getting in. So yeah, many more opportunities this way, but it can be emotionally exhausting, as you can probably hear in my voice, if you don't have something powerful at your side. And thankfully, for the last year and a half, I've been coding an AI to support me, so things haven't been too bad today. I'm saying that's very low key, like they've been pretty phenomenal, but that's good for me. In terms of Bitcoin, the higher frame, I'm going to see what happens over here, take a break, and probably get onto the charts a bit later. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If not, ciao for now. I'll catch you in the next one.